A very pleasant Thursday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Thank you very much, Richie Morning, Up and Go team. Have you yourselves a wonderful day. And, that. And thank you very much for listening. For the listeners, you know, we're all here for you, right? So I want to say a very special morning to the listeners and, of course, the Untengle team. I tell them all the time, they are undoubtable. I want you to understand that word. Something goes on me, just make it up. The Untengle team. Undoubtable. I want you to welcome Shawn Ashman. Good morning, Shawn. So welcome to Untengle on the Bridge.
Thank you very much.
99 FM. All right. So there's so much that we need to talk about, so we just have to get into it very quickly because I can't wait for talk about the art. But before we get to the art, let's talk about the early days of Shawn. Where are you from? What school you went to? That kind of thing.
Okay. I'm from Grand Spen. Believe it or not, yes. I hail from Grand Spen. I'm born ghetto girl. I went to Merle Grove. Okay. And I did some tracks too. Yes, man.
Were Merle Grove girls encouraged the way very technical girls and Edwin Allen girls? Why?
I don't know. I think we lack the resources for the most part. Being from the inner city and being on the track team was a disadvantage for me because we just never had the nutrition. I was on the lunch program, and there used to be a powder factory, a milk powder factory next door. You remember? Yes. And we used to get some nutrition, you know, some milk powder and stuff from them. But really and truly, I think the information that we have now with respect to track and field and the potential that it has as a career, that information wasn't available to us.
Well, it certainly wasn't available when I was going to school. But I thought by the time you got to school or high school, it was there. Because when I was going to school, it was just not encouraged. Woolma, we had the resources. But we had the resources because I went to Woolma's. But we did not have that interest. And we weren't inspired the way we were, not when I was there. I tell my friends I remember getting 3/4 pint. And somebody said, school can't get 3/4 pint. Well, me remember that. Anyway, let's move. Let's keep it moving. Want to say morning to my Wilmer's girls who didn't do so well at track and field. You know, I think we did better at swimming and them kind of thing. Netball and them kind of something. Anyway, so you are originally from Grand Spen.
Yes.
So you are also a Kingston girl.
Yes, I am.
All right, let's talk a little bit about growing up in Grand Spen and then moving from Grand Spen to Merle Grove.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
So growing up in Grand Spen, no running water, no electricity. You see everything. As a child, I was exposed to pretty much everything. I had parents who were solid. My father was one for not stealing light. And, you know, everybody have like a thief in light. We had the lamp. Yes. we had to do the lamp.
Really?
Yes. He was very principled like that.
Nice.
And we went to school every day.
Wow.
So we walked to school from Grand Spen to Constant Spring All Age, my sister and I, and walked back. Yeah, man. We used the JS money to buy bag juice and walk.
You used what kind of money?
The JOS, the bus money.
JOS?
JOS. You don't know about JS bus?
If me no know, me wonder how you know.
Yes, man. We
You
had a
know about JOS
Yes,
bus?
man. But me use the money and buy bag juice instead and walk.
Good.
I was always just exploring. I used
Good.
to enjoy the scenery, and it was really, really fun. And we moved to Stony Hill at some point. And my sister and I went to Merle Grove. Went to Merle Grove for 6 years. I was pretty much interested in art then. I wanted to be a fashion designer, really. But resources were low. As I told you before, I was on the lunch program. But there are always angels around to take care of us. And I was blessed to have a very good vice principal, Mrs. Barbara Martin. She took very good care of me, and she ensured that I got the meals that I needed and encouraged me to do well in school. And I wasted the first 3 years. I used to play around and do all kind of crazy stuff, climb tree, you name it. We stole the bus. We convinced the bus driver to drive us around on the school compound in the school bus. Half a tree, downtown.
I don't believe you.
Yes.
You were crazy.
Yes, I was.
Well, that's nice.
Yes, I know, right?
It's fun, right? Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's fun.
But from a very early age, I love to do things with my hands. I used to play school after school. So I used to go over my notes with the ackee tree and write up on the wall and beat them and say, tapping eyes in the class and ting. But at the end of the day, I was actually reinforcing. I was learning. you know, and we only had the school books from the government. So I didn't have the pleasure of reading a lot growing up. I never really liked read still, but we never had the option.
You did law and never liked to read?
No, I didn't
you
do law.
What
I did
you did?
IT.
Oh, you did
Information
IT.
technology. Yes,
I'm so sorry about
yes,
that.
yes.
Right, you did IT. Okay, good.
Right, my sister was a brain. She used to love read and thing. Not me. I used to play. I still love to play.
You know, as you talk about beating, where you used to beat?
The tree, the Aki tree, around Miss Bunny.
That sound like Sister Judy Moore. Judy Moore tell me the very same story when she was growing up. How she used to sit down and beat the tree them and say, "Stop for the night, you're too rude."
Yes, same way.
All right. So okay. So tell us from Merle Grove now to studying IT and also working at government service, working as a director with the government court management service. That just sound...
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm not allowed to say boring.
I know, it's not really boring. So I did high school. I got a scholarship after sixth form.
So you settled
first
down?
Year sixth form. Yeah, man. Mrs. Martin made sure that I got in line. And I'm so grateful for her and the others. I mean, I had good friends who would lend me their books. I used to hustle and do artwork for people and make a money. I got a distinction in art in high school and wanted to go to Edna. That didn't work out. So I went back to Commercial 6 to do business and fell in love with IT there. InfoServe came to the school and set up a lab, and I was good with IT. And I got a scholarship to Wisconsin in the cold weather. And yes, I did an associate. I came back and then I quit my private sector job, joined the government so I could get a scholarship to do the rest of the degree from OS. So I got a full scholarship, did that degree, came home, and I started working in the government. So for the 7 months that I stayed there, just so I could get the scholarship, I decided, listen, Shawn, you're coming back and you're going to give back. You're going to give back to your country and you're going to help out your family. You're going to do the things to make sure, you do your part. And so I worked through the government, several ministries. I started out as a data entry clerk and I worked my way up. I've had very good bosses, some very good bosses who have encouraged me and helped me along. And I've had some not so good bosses who taught me in the reverse how to be and how I could grow and push me to the limit. So all the experiences were good and I brought to the table a lot of creativity, especially in my last job at the Court Administration Division. Here comes the pandemic and we have court, which is a physical space. And so I learned OBS and other things to make it happen. So I started the online court platform, starting out with bail hearings until we get to real trials and so on. So the creativity was there, but in a different way.
Right, I got you.
Yes, and though I was challenged at the Court Administration Division in many ways, I used to do a lot of art part-time.
But you keep saying you used to. Aren't you there now?
At the court, no, man, I quit.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Where were you Tuesday? Why you never come here? It's not there. It's not there, so you did there.
No.
It's okay.
I
You don't have to answer that
I
question.
know, right? I made an exit strategy. Very strategic I am.
Okay.
And figured out that after 8 years, when you get to the top of the scale, because it's only an 8-year scale, I must do something else with my life. And so within that time, I wrote the book. I learned a lot about art. I'm pretty much self-taught. When I finished my master's at UWI, relief, because I'm not the book person. I said to a man on the side of the road up by Stillwell Road, Bassel Clayton, I said, you need to teach me how to paint in a Bridget. Same way so. And I went and I got some supplies. Yeah. And I parked up my little RAV4 on the side of the road. And he taught me how to paint. And I sat there with him. Yes, man.
So that's where you learned?
How to do the acrylic on canvas. Yeah,
actually, man. Roadside teaching.
Yes, same way so.
But it's just so exciting because we need to learn from various spaces.
Yes.
Because the formal education is wonderful. And it's also, a lot of people, are formally educated. But that does not mean that that's really where their soul is.
No.
So how challenging was it? Because I'm sure there are people around you who are going to say, you got draw and you get a good government job. How you dealt with that?
Well, I remember one co-worker asked me if I was okay.
You good, Shawn?
Yeah, all right. But it has been something that has been on my mind for a very long time. My mom and my sister, they hear the stories and they see the reaction. I'm very sensitive. And it is very difficult to convince somebody sometimes when you have a picture in your head and you know what the outcome is should be or will be, it takes a big heart to trust and to say, yes, Shawn, try that and see it works.
True.
Persons, especially when everything is fast paced. And sometimes I do not have the benefit of the macro level. I don't know what is happening all around. So you have an idea, you want it to go forward, but there are different layers and bureaucracies and levels. When you're an artist, you think of a picture and you make it happen. And if it don't work, you start over, because life is all about your masterpiece. You're creating life as you go along.
Have you ever thought of doing it formally? Because, okay, you have it naturally, but have you ever thought of going to the Edmund Manley College?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
I did a 6-week course with Rosie Landscape, and we did 6 Saturdays, and I learned some things from her. Learned how to paint the sea, and it was just fun for me. I was just in my early days. But most of the things that I do, I just know that life is a learning process. So my university is YouTube, and I've done a lot of courses on Udemy and Coursera and other platforms just to build. And it's
I
not
love
just
how you put that. Your university is YouTube. A
Yes.
lot of people's university is YouTube, you know, and it works.
It does.
It's like I was telling a friend of mine, you know that you not do nothing because, you know, the retirement thing. Why you don't just type in something where you love on YouTube? Anything. And just see what comes up and pursue it.
Yes.
What a wonderful time we're living in now, though.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It really is. All right. So let us talk about your art now,
Yes.
because I don't want time to pass on. Me now start with them the shoes there. Me I gonna start with the shoes them last, because I think it probably is my favorite. Let's start with the music. That's a guitar, right? Okay. So Shawn is on that one. Let's talk about that one. Before you even start to talk about it, you paint, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Before we even start to talk about painting, you know what I would like to ask you, Shawn? How do you decide on what frame you're going to use? You don't decide.
No. I have anxiety, right? So if you ask me to do something specific, I get anxious around it, because I have to make it right. I have to change that color to. So when I go like that piece with the music, I just sketch something and just painted it. It's just in the moment. Sometimes you start somewhere and you don't know where it's going to end up, but you just keep going. And that's the whole idea. Just keep going. Sometimes you don't know where things are going to end up in life. Just start. So I'll start, and then things just kind of develop, and I say, okay, and then I turn that into a human form. And so there are 4 nudes in the picture. I don't know if you saw that.
No, but I would love to. Well, see one.
2 guitars.
We turn our back, or his back. I think that's more of his.
No idea.
No idea. And one lie down. That's a her. That's her. And that's interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
I know, right?
It is very interesting. And your painting is beautiful.
Thank
I love
you.
the colors. How you decide on the color? I see. Let me tell you something when we say right away. You love royal blue.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
blue.
yeah, I see that. How you decide on the colors?
I don't know. These things just happen. I like blue. It's very calming. And one of the things that got me into art was the therapeutic value of art. And blue is one of those colors that really just calms you down. And you're in the moment with blue. And you mix blue with green and you're gone to sea, because you get that nice turquoisey. So you'll find a lot of blues and greens in my stuff. Yeah.
Nice. And that's a guitar I'm looking at,
Yes,
right?
yes,
It is a guitar.
Yeah. If
it
that's what you see.
If that's what I see.
Yes.
If that's what I see.
Yes.
Ooh, if that's what, no, that's interesting. If that's what I see, the music in me, that's what I see.
Yes.
I see actually 2 guitars. The music in me sees 2 guitars. Probably none of there when you look there, but when me look, me see 2 guitar. And isn't that fascinating to do art in a way that each person interprets it differently? That's what's happening here. Because if you had not mentioned the bodies, probably I'd have seen the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
No pun intended. I would have seen that one. All right. So how well does it translate to others, and how well does it sell?
My art is doing very well. As you said, there's a meaning in everything. And so I brought the music piece particularly because I know you're a music lady. But the art for me, and the company is called The Art of Motivation. And my thing is, just like in the book, there are 7 layers to creating a masterpiece. You sketch, you look at the perspective, focus on something, focal point, add splashes of color and paint, put in some details and frame it. And those are the 7 steps. So that's pretty much the podcast, how I've written the book, and how I approach my artwork. So it brings a meaning, some inspiration to you. I may not have brought a lot of the inspirational pieces that you can look directly on and see it, but some of it you might have to hear the story or feel the story. Sometimes it's a feeling, you know.
Absolutely.
Even though you're looking at the picture, it's a feeling that you get. Sometimes you look at it straight up and you say, oh, that's what I get from that, because you can see it. You know, sometimes it's a vibe.
You talking to you makes a difference, because as a person who has created it, but I'm going to be very honest with you. Having gotten the information that I need from the artist, I am going to go with the one that inspires me.
Yes.
And I am going to tell the story that I see.
You want to tell.
Yes. I'm going to tell the story that I see. The fashion designer in you, though, I just think that I think that the designer in you would be very specific about the kind of frame that you put that picture in. I would be very specific about what frame I put that picture in. Are you?
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes. You know, when you go out there, you just said it, fake it till you make it. At the end of the day, the work of art, you have to present yourself, right? So yes, when I select the framing for my art, I make sure there's a liner, and I make sure that the frame is a statement.
Right.
It's supposed to say something.
Right.
Right? It's supposed to represent. It's a package, right? And so, like us humans, we need to frame our art. We need to walk out in confidence. We need to go out and believe in ourselves. We need to stand upright and say, you know, I'm a work of art.
Absolutely. We frame our lives. We frame ourselves. We framed our clothes.
Yes.
We're framed in our clothes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's why I asked that question. All right. So let's move on to this one here now, because I don't know what was on your mind when you decided to give us this one, but I'm finding it very interesting. First of all, the frame would have to be different. It could not be the same. Now, I'm looking at this painting. Now, what you call this is not a painting.
It's actually mixed media.
Okay,
Yes.
mixed media. All right. And Vaughn, you remember the other day I said to you, say, I want one of them shoes there. But me don't know which one to buy. Me find the one me want to buy, the green one. So as I said, just the other day I was talking to the producer. He was, what you call them again?
Crocs.
Crocs, right. He was in a pair of Crocs. And I said, Vaughn, I like Crocs, but I just don't know which one to buy. And then I'm looking at, I love the bronze looking one. Obviously 2 Crocs I mean that we're right. So how did you decide to make a statement with Crocs?
Well, my running club and I, we went on the beach, Palisades, every New Year's morning to greet the sunrise. So something that we do, we pray together, we affirm with each other what this year is going to be. And I couldn't help but seeing all the rubble on the ground. I mean, on the sand, there was just a lot of garbage just washed up ashore. And I say, you know what? Let me just collect some of these things and turn it into art.
Are you joking?
No, ma'am.
So
And
that's what...
that's it. Yes. So I got several Crocs.
You collected Crocs?
Yes, off the shore.
Off the shore? Pretty like a them there?
Yes, and then I made them into art and painted them and framed them.
Oh my goodness, you're joking.
Serious.
So down the bottom there, what is that?
It's like the Lego.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a piece of Lego and a buckle cork.
Have you ever seen that before? Was there an example before?
No.
Oh, how you come up with them buttons there?
No, but you know how I stay grounded as an artist is I challenge myself. Every single month I do something new for me, and I share it with my audience on Instagram. So we did the stuff on Palisades. Last month I did strips of wood and just turned it into something, and this month I'm doing glass. So whenever I get into that space where I need to comfort myself, there's always a challenge going on, because if everybody were to just take up a bag of garbage off the beach, do whatever you want with it.
Wow, your bag of garbage turned out into this beautiful art.
Yes, there are actually 7 pieces of them. They're on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk website, but before we do that, though, you know, this art, I tell you that, I know Vaughn was going to have to do that time. I knew that was coming. But your prices, because Shawn, I would have buy the Crocs.
Yeah.
Can I afford it?
Yes, man.
Okay. And Are most of your pieces affordable?
They are affordable, yes.
All right,
Yes.
beautiful. Because I wish I could have come to the lady over. Is a wash pan?
Yes.
All right, because right. But we can't. But we could talk about the book.
Okay.
So who writes a book on canvas? Life on canvas. What inspired that?
Well, one of the things, I was really at a midday meditation with my church, with my pastors at church. And the pastor then, she passed away now, she says, what if you had just a few days to live? Mm-hmm. What is that one thing that you wanted to share? What is that one thing you want to leave, on this world? And I'm like, yeah, I have the art, but I would love to share my story. Mm-hmm. But I want to share it in such a way that, say, Lord, our father, wicked man. Jesus, she grew up in abuse. I didn't want to point the finger, but I wanted you to know that despite your early beginnings, whatever the challenges you face as a child, teenager, young adult, you have the power within you to paint a beautiful picture.
Wow.
And so I decided to write the book and to lay it out as a piece of art. The 7 stages that I told you before. And there's an area in there that talks about the dark underpainting. And when you look at a piece of art, the depth that you see comes from the darker colors, the shades. Mm-hmm. The shades are the darker things that happen to you in life, the things that you don't really like. But those are the things that will shape you and give you depth as a person and help you to be different, And the dark underpaintings for me were those struggling days in Grand Spen, those hard days as a teenager studying under the street light just to get there, just keep moving. And realizing that, hey, you can add splashes of color later on to your life. You can go learn something new. You can go start art. Yes, you have a profession, but do something else, as you say. And then you will discover that there's magic in creating and that you can be different.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful mind. You do. You have a brilliant and beautiful mind, because this says life on canvas, the art of painting your life beautifully. Because I think this is a perfect example, because it wasn't beautiful to see the crocs on the beach and all the garbage on the beach. No. But you decided to turn it into beautiful art. Yes. And you can do the same thing with your life. Isn't that amazing? Yes. We can paint our own life, Shawn. We can paint our own lives.
Yes, it is amazing.
It is amazing.
And there's so many people who just need to see that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because sometimes your life is black and white, but you still have the power to put a little purple or a little royal blue.
Oh, blue and white. And blue and yellow.
I don't know why.
Green and black.
Purple. Oh my God. Maroon and gold. Please. Shawn, this was so beautiful talking to you. You are a beautiful soul. I don't want you to ball.
It's okay. It's my thing. It's my love language.
You love ball. Yes. Lovely talking to you. And I am going to order the Crocs.
Yeah, I'm leaving it.
You just price it. I love it. You know where that would be nice to put? At the entryway. When you're taking off your shoes. Yes. Right there. So, this was amazing. I know that Vaughn is fed up with me now. And we need to stop. You're not fed up. Oh, I love you too, my darling. He's not fed up with us. Now I see why you're chatting so long round there with her. Anyway, what a lovely interview. And, I know that your work is going to sell. I know that you're going to be a personality out there. I feel these things. I feel these things because you are just so real to what you do. Oh, nice meeting you. So we stopped at Shawn Ashman. I'm not going to forget you. And know that I'm going to buy this piece of art and put it right at my entryway and remind people to take off them Crocs.
Yes.
No. Lovely meeting you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Most welcome. Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
Well, yes. Please follow me on Instagram, Shawn Ashman Art. I do therapeutic workshops, paint and sip and all of that at The Art of Motivation, Inc. My website is www.shawnashmanart.com. And my number is 876-410-5136. Thank you.
Bless you. Bless your heart and bless your art.
Thank you, miss.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll soon go.
And it is now time for me to connect to the Bridge 99 FM, where I connect with the Queen Mother, Mama Elise Kelly, because it's time for us to untangle. Let's turn up the Bridge 99 FM.
Oh, thank you very much, Beauregard, and thank you very much. I want to say a very special welcome to listeners and viewers of the Irie Jam Radio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's everything?
Everything is good. I give thanks. How is it your side?
Everything is good. I give thanks just the same. We're experiencing some periods of heavy rain this afternoon, about 40 degrees right now, so we're gearing up for that.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Also, it's a big day here in the United States because Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is expected to be confirmed today as the first black woman to be elevated to the pinnacle of the judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court. So she's one step closer, and today we should get the final vote from the Senate. And she will be replacing Judge Stephen G. Breyer, who retires at the end of his session in the summer. So that's a good thing, and it's going to be history here in the United States and around the world.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, man.
This side, you know that a lot of excitement is happening with our boys and girls championships, right?
Yes, yes.
So that would be my biggest news. And yeah, who not dress up in a blue and white? Lord have mercy. Let me ask you this. Maybe ask you this before me tell you the standings as they are right now. What school you want to win, champs? It don't matter if I go win or if it not go win. You know, just yeah.
Can we have let the listeners know the lineup of who's currently?
No. You tell me first who your school is, because you're gonna tell me the one we are winning.
Well, my school is Georges, you know.
Oh.
My school is Georges.
Oh.
Always Georges. You know, down the road we have KC Dubmaster School. Mr. Louis Grant, who's in Jamaica right now, at St. Diego, man. DJ Roy is a Calabar, man. So you know, I'm going with.
You have to go with Georges. You have to go with Georges.
I have to go with my school, but I don't want to say who I go win, but I go with my school.
And me never ask you who I go win, because I know your school not go win. But so me ask you who you going with. You see the St. Jacob gentleman that is in the studio with you, just bless him up there for me, please, and thank him very much. Very much.
I want to tell you he's in Jamaica right now.
Oh, he's in Jamaica?
He's there for champs.
Ay. That is the spirit, my brother. The St. Diego spirit. Well,
yeah,
I went to both.
He was also there to greet the winners of the school challenge.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man. So, you know, Mr. Grant is a very big supporter of the students in Jamaica, especially St. Diego, his alma mater.
Yes,
so
man.
He's there when these things come around, you know, he gets involved. We have to say hats off to Mr. Erwin Clear also, who's very big with athletics and the students and kids in Jamaica.
Okay, wonderful. So there are two schools that I could bet on. I could either bet on Wilmer's, but now go make it so which come with the Judges. But you see, so me prefer bet for St. Diego, because St. Diego have a chance around here.
So Mama Kelly, you get two schools.
Me go to the two of them. Me go to the two of them. Okay? And the next time I bet on KC.
Right.
Look here, me go to the two schools them. Good.
Fair enough.
Good.
Right.
So the school where you go for, you can go vote for that too.
You go to the stronger school this year.
No, but come on. I mean, come on, self dictates. But I have to go with St. Diego, because Mr. St. Diego third in the lineup for girls and boys. So, yeah, man.
It's a good look.
It's a good look. It's a very good look.
Yeah, man. It's a good thing when we can, you know, sit down and enjoy these moments as far as our schools are concerned and the kids in Jamaica. You know, it's much better than what we see happening where the violence is concerned. You know, let the kids put them energy into things that are progressive, such as this.
Absolutely.
You know, that's where we want them. That's where we want their minds to be, to elevate. And later on in life, they'll have wonderful memories, such as you do and I do.
Right.
You know, looking back and, you know, cheering on the future generations coming up.
So true. Were you able to actually go to the boys' championships before you migrated?
No.
Oh, you didn't get that chance.
I did when I started second form. That's when I came here.
Oh, so you didn't go in first form. You didn't go to any championship in first form. Well, I remember champs as one of the only places I could have gone. Trust me. Oh, I remember it. No, I remember it very well.
Do you care to elaborate?
No, yes, strict father, strict mother.
Understand.
You understand me?
Understand.
And the only way I could go is because my two brothers them I go too. So they watch me like hawk right straight through grandstand. You understand me? But to be honest with you, what I do remember about going to champs. Oh, did I tell you that I did run for Woolmans in a first farm?
No, you never tell me.
No, me forgot tell you. How me forgot tell you because me forgot tell you how much me come. So it don't make any sense me tell you.
I know if you didn't come, if you didn't place first, second, or third.
Me I tell you a long time. Look here. Back in the days in Oregon, back in the day when we used to go to Woolmans, it is so sad and actually stupid. The girl them usually say, if you strain too hard for champs, your foot back is going too tough. And because of that, you know, that little stigma, thank God it gone now. But that we weren't encouraged. I was just talking to one of my guests a while ago who went to Merle Grove. Thank God, you know, that stigma gone now.
I had a sister that went to Merle Grove, yes.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah,
so she faced the same thing too. But back in the day, and then back in the day, if me ever tell you how much, me never even know say school could I get 3/4 pint. When me I go Woolmans in a 3/4 pint, we end up with one night time, you know. Yes, that's how we do one thing. That's how we do one thing.
3/4.
As God live it. Me don't know how they work out the 3/4, but man. I don't know if there's a final part. But me know at one stage when me look up at the board, me say Woolmans way down at the bottom part. That time me not run yet, you know. Way down at the bottom part with 3/4 pint. Yes.
So what about primary school? Did you what about sports day and those things? Did you participate?
Yeah, man. All the while, man. Me did love for run, man. But you see, primary school, me did do better. Because them the days, you don't have no power, you just run. Me?
All right. Speaking about just run, can I give you a story?
Yes. Look at, no, left out, no.
No, we're not trying to leave out one
good.
sports day, right? I was meeting at the relay. 4x1 relay or something like that. 4x4, however you chop it. 4 away run. And I was the third leg, right? What color house was I again? I believe it was either blue or green house, one of those houses. And I am the third leg, you know, where I lead the race, you know, Mama Kelly. And so by the time me reach round to the last leg, I run past the man with me flicking the button.
Oh my God!
Mama Kelly, because you know when you win the race and the people them jump up, some people start get close to the track, so me not even see him. Me run straight past him. I have to turn back, and by the time he turn back, everybody else run past me.
Oh my God! Oh no!
I last to come that race there, I swear.
After getting the lead, oh my goodness! So your teammate them. Oh, goodness.
Me I go win this race, I know I run past whom me get the button to.
You know what that is?
I have to turn back and go give him the thing and we lose the race.
You know what that is? A 3-letter word called ego. We say, true you say you figured say you have an next man for pass button to so you're gone. Yeah, man.
Mama Kelly, run. Me I lead everybody. I'll line up to get the button last. You know, me not see my TV. Me I watch who get the button that I run. And I try to catch them safe. Boy, I lose, man. Last will come.
Me don't know where you go tell me this for.
Because you know, say,
this is a story I go haunt you. Me I go make sure say this is a story I haunt you for a long time. Okay.
Yes,
okay. But at least you're honest.
Good days.
Yes, good days. Them the days that you just run.
Jet past the man, boy, I see it on him face when him get the thing, and then now when he turn back and give him the button now, him have to jog up to the finish.
Me don't love you here.
It makes sense him sprint again.
No,
it don't make sense him sprint again.
You do the whole I sprint. No, you do the whole I sprinting for him. Oh, yo.
Man.
Me don't like to hear what him say to you.
If I could, Yeah, if I couldn't see him today, would I apologize again? I don't even know if he did apologize then time, but would I apologize though?
You should. You should.
Yes. I owe that man an apology.
Oh my goodness. No, that one was funny.
Yeah, man, but
and I'm very happy you told us the story and you told us the truth.
That's fine. I think it was greenhouse, if I'm not mistaken. Green or blue, one of those houses.
Because you could have told the story different in the Beauregard. You could have said that you get the third leg and you beat everybody. You could have put it that way, but no goes on. That's a thing that goes on.
No, I run past the man, Uncle Leg. Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me just give you the lineup of girls and boys, and then we take a break. And all right. So the girls' point standing, no, I don't know if it's still, but it was about an hour ago. Edwin Allen High, 76, first place. That means after 9 finals, right? Hydel, 54, second. St. Jago High, third. Homewood Technical, and these are just heats, right? And then for the boys, after 8 finals, of course, KC is leading with 68 points. Jamaica College, that is Mr. Blue over there, so we come just up in a frame blue and white. That's a Mr. Van School. Jamaica College 51, and St. Jago High is in third place with 28. So that's the standing from first, second, and third up to about a hour or so ago, but we'll get the recent results as soon as possible.
Well, at least two of the schools that are expected to be there are there in the top 3, which is KC and San Diego.
Yes, I think KC, them purple boys. I don't know what them purple boy then. Let me tell you something. You see, that's something the names. You see, when me go to Woolmans, I don't like them because I'm sure them are gonna beat you, and I don't like them sake of that. But at the end of the day, it's team spirit, man. You have to respect that,
Yes.
Team spirit. Yes. You see, any little peanut man, any little man where in Jamaica when they're in school, where him not going to high school, any little man, any little woman where she don't know who for bedpan, who for that KC straight, them say,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You never
Big up
know.
yourself, Van. Hopefully you stay in that top 2 or top 3, Van. Big up yourself.
Van, yeah, you hear that? Beauregard said, big up yourself. Hopefully you stay in the top 2. At least. If what? Yeah. So, only going to win? Talking about something. Let me soon tell you what I say, Beauregard. I only win last year.
Oh.
I only win champs last year.
Wow.
I mean, if I make, you see, that's why you have to be careful like KC, because KC, you go on like a them a win, I saw them stay,
Yeah, like them win everything.
Yes! Some of them remember say, I only win last year. That's why you go on so from morning. Okay. Can't talk to man since morning, No, sir.
Wow.
Okay, so good. May the best team win. May the best team win.
Sure.
Straight up. All right, so we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to Mojo Morgan, a member of Morgan Heritage. And, of course, we're going to be talking about the laying to rest of his dad, the patriarch of the Morgan family. So we soon come. So, once again, welcome listeners and viewers of Irie Jam Radio and, of course, our host. And we're streaming live here as we speak. Want to say a very special welcome to Mojo Morgan. Mojo, you there? Mojo, you there?
Mama, how are you doing?
I am
Mama,
good, my darling. Okay, so we're actually streaming live as we speak to the Tri-State. So my co-host, Beauregard of Irie Jam Radio, is with us. So he's going to also have some questions for you.
Nice.
Greetings, my brother. Greetings. And condolences on the passing of your father to you and the entire family. I know you have some very fond memories of your dad throughout your whole entire life. Can you share with us one of your fondest moments or one of your happiest memories with your father from any moment in your life?
Man, there's too many to name, but I did find 2 pictures in the last 3 days. Going through stuff, my sister Judith sent me one from Gramps' wedding in 2019. I didn't remember this moment, but we were talking about something and having that vibe, and you could just see the joy that we shared with each other. And then there was a photo from like 20 years ago, back in like 2002, 2003 that I found last night, because our dad was a hoarder, and now I'm inheriting the hoarder. And we're just keeping all these things that we could throw away, but they actually have significance. And going through all our dad stuff. Just last night, I'm telling you about, I found this picture and I'm like, wow. It was a picture 20 years ago that was the same type of joy and moment. Looking at myself as a younger version of myself with my dad and sharing that same laugh. It was surreal because I received the picture from my oldest sister like 2 days ago, like I said. So to run up into that photo last night of me and him sharing a moment. We were on tour somewhere in Europe and smiling and the same. It was just crazy. It was surreal, but it was beautiful. So there's too many memories to name, but I think one of the most important memories I have of my father is the story he shared to me when I came into this world. And it was when I was born, I passed. I did a number 2 in my mother's stomach when I was about to die. I was born in the Black House in New York, and when I came out, he held my thumb and pumped life back into me because I wasn't supposed to survive.
Really?
And God preserved me, and that's the story. That's my most cherished memory because without him, I wouldn't have this life. I'd be here talking to you now.
So he was there at your birth.
He was there at my birth.
Wow.
And he wasn't there at a lot of them. I'll tell you that. It was a rolling stone.
So let me use this opportunity to ask now. I know it's a massive family. It really is a big family. How many children and how many grandchildren does he now have to take care of?
Daddy get 30 children, 105 grandchildren, and 21 great grandchildren.
Oh no, busy.
Well, he didn't teach us to watch TV in the bedroom. That's
I'm telling you. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
So it means that his spirit is going to be a very busy one.
Oh, vibrant. The man a normal man. The man build it, pick the place where we build the mausoleum. He's overseeing everything. So if we don't get we act together, him I go beat we.
Oh
so,
my goodness.
The man is just, when you look at the artwork for I Will Never Forget, that's the view from the estate looking over the entire Port Maran and Borden Wharf.
Yeah.
So it was only befitting to put his image, in the clouds.
Wow.
And that was his favorite view. His room walked out onto the balcony looking at that view. So, we're being guided.
Yes.
You can feel it in all the things that we're doing right now since a month now since him ascend. And we're grateful. Like we say, we lost the flesh, but we gained something in the spirit. So we're blessed, Sister Elise.
Yes, I know you are. I know your dad, and I know he's highly spiritual. And I can just see him looking over and say, Mojo, let me tell you, say.
Right?
Me see him. Yeah, man, isn't that amazing? And this is what we needed to learn. These are the lessons we needed to learn, and that way we would let go and not hold on so tightly that them can't even ascend the way how them want to ascend.
Right, because we're like some of my more spiritual friends them in the East share with me. I'm a Muslim friend them. They said we cry because of the flesh, but we should find joy because of the peace that person now dwells within. If we could be so lucky to enjoy what they are enjoying, we would be blessed, right? So, those are the words of strength that we've been receiving over the last 4 weeks from our closest friends and families around the world, like yourself, Mama. So, I think we're in a good position for this not to affect us as much as it should.
Yes.
Because Daddy was our everything. Even though he wasn't managing Morgan Heritage day to day since, the mid 2000s, he has always been that sign off. That way, think about the album, check. We have to get that sign of approval, So he's a tremendous force to reckon with. There'll never be another Denroy Morgan, but we are persistent to carry on the legacy that he was able to see. One of my brother Luke's friends says, you guys don't even realize what, the Marleys, Taurus Riley, Jimmy Riley, were not able to see.
Yeah.
Our dad was able to travel the world with us because his music didn't take him around the world. Our music as Morgan Heritage took our dad around the world.
Yeah.
And we established a spiritual revolution within the music. When we were opening for years our shows with Naya being drumming, the world has never seen that before. So that's why he's, one of our friend them sent a voice note crying to us, when our father died, and it shook we up, and we said, wow, this is the father of a nation. He was not just a father to us. When we're receiving messages, whether it be from Buju, Ziggy, Stephen, like this man had a bigger impact than we even realize. And that's how it is. That's such is life.
Yes.
So for him to receive the honor that he is receiving in death now, that me personally, you know what I mean, and us as his children would have loved to see him have in life, we get it. We understand.
Yeah.
Because, them say a prophet is not honored in his own home. So know that him transcend to a better place. I think that the world is having a greater appreciation for him now that we feel that that presence is not with us anymore within this realm.
Yeah. Wow, so well said. And you know what's interesting to Mojo? He also got a chance to sign off on his own tribute song.
He certainly did, and help write it. Isn't that beautiful?
Tell us about that. Take us through the whole of that.
So I went there and there was a song called Home that coincidentally my song Mojo Morgan wrote while we were in Africa in 2019. And it said, I tried to call you on FaceTime.
I love that one. Oh my God. I
now
love
I
that.
can't see you. That made me really sad. Could we send longer texts, few more words? Let me know what's going on in your world. Now I'm half a world away. And I started crying like a big baby. I had to tell my son to finish singing it. This is the Monday morning.
Yeah.
Just make him some green banana porridge, my favorite. And I'm like, I wish you could see these pretty city lights. I wish you could hear. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I went, gathered myself, because I don't want him to see me like that. And him call back from my son, him say, want the harps like King David. So he come call me and say, Estimo, come with the guitar. So I said, play something heavenly for your grandfather. And he started playing these chords. And it turned out that it was a song that he wrote the night before. I had no clue. And I heard my son humming a melody. So I started to sing lyrics that he wrote the night before that we had no clue that it was just all magic, and we could feel the spirit of the Almighty within the room. The incense from St. Mary's Church, Menelek Church, burning heavy, from Ethiopia, burning heavy, and because he really enjoyed the presence of the Almighty. You understand? Yes. And there's certain things we can do within this realm to summon that presence. So during all of this, he starts rocking, doing the shimmy and doing all of this, and we're like, what are you doing? And he starts humming, and Denroy Jr. was like, you hear him, Mojo? My fine melody. My fine melody. I'm like, all right, cool. And then, as the words came out of my mouth, because the way I write and mumble. And then I go back and listen to my voice notes, and I hear the words within my mumbling. So I could hear, I will never forget. Wow. So, and we kept singing that, and that we all, the whole grandkids, great-grandkids, children, we were all singing that for like 4 hours. And my son was like, I didn't even feel that way. Because I'm surprised him, no start cramp up. And he was just there. I just knew he was under a spirit. For him to be there for 4 hours playing one set of cards over and over again, and everybody just sing and harmonize. And all of a sudden, I just said, United Immigrants, I will never forget.
Wow.
You send a warning now. I will never forget. Black Eagles shock them down where those are his albums. Wow. So United Immigrants was the first album he did with the Black Eagles. Warning was the next, and then Shock Them was the third. He did 3 albums underneath his group, the Black Eagles. Then he had I'll Do Anything For You, Make My Day, first Jamaican signed to a major recording label. Right, because when Bob and Uncle Toots went with Island and Mango, Island wasn't a major recording label in the 60s and 70s. It is now today, but it wasn't then. So he made a lot of firsts, acting debut on the Cosby Show and doing all these amazing things, and you don't have value on them until you tabulate your history and take a look back Just take a look back sometimes. For all the
Yes.
hardworking people above 40 and 50, we still got a lot of life left to live. But take a look back so you can appreciate the journey that you're on
Yes.
and value
You know,
how much further you have left to go.
Mo-
And
Mojo, listening to you tell this story, you know, it sounds to me like the next generation of Morgan heritage is ready. Tell us how long your son has been involved in the music, and you know, if there's anyone else in the next generation that we should also look out for.
so on this song is Priel, Gramps Morgan's son. So when we're naming our daddy's album, he's doing harmonies all over the song, and he says the line, "I'll do anything for you." Then you have Raya, which comes in. You know him, Vice. When you hear it, very captivating like him father. That's Peter's son. He's the last one to sing a verse when we start saying "I will never forget." Jamira Morgan, you guys know him, love him, Mr. Neighborhood Girl. He's on the song, and S. Morgan is on the song. So S is a youth where when we did there at Jamaica in the late 90s, yeah, all of the picnic them outside I run round from the estate, except him. Him sit on the stairs with me catch a drum and just a whole of vibe.
That's Ash.
You know, that's Ish. There was something special about him. I brought him to the studio. Was working on a song with Steven one day. And Steve said, something not normal about that youth, yeah. Joe Mercer. Everybody outside are playing at the yard. If sit down on the 2-inch tape them next in at the studio while we in there at work. Nah, move.
You see that song that you sung a while ago that Ash does on one of the CDs? I played so much, you see, that one of my colleagues said to me,
Home.
Home! My colleague said to me, I know new tune in Elise, me say me know.
Just tell them say timeless music is timeless.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So Ash has been in music since he was a kid. At 8, he asked me for guitar lessons. I got him 2 lessons, and from that, his Uncle Peter told me, Mojo, everything there on YouTube. That was at the birth of YouTube. We're talking about 2008, 2009. He took those YouTube guitar lessons, went all the way through middle school, high school, and got a full ride into the University of Stetson University in the southeastern United States, like number 5. It's in Florida, not far from where he was raised. And he became the face of the School of Music. Now he has a group called Esh and Sheaf with a kid that was a protege of Prince for like 2 years.
Wow.
And also went to Stetson, and they met there, hit it off. And I just saw them. They said, he said, Daddy, what do you think about this, me doing a group? I'm like, okay, let me see it. And I saw this Caucasian young man next to my son, and I'm seeing the second coming of Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh my
and I was
goodness.
like, we're not gonna rush this. It's not gonna be overnight, but if we do it right, this can be something special, because you don't see 2 guys playing a guitar and singing together in harmony every day. That's not a normal recording artist, right? That's not the average band. So I knew that there was something special about this kid from a very young age, and his grandfather's last words to him when he hugged him and saw him was that, "You're doing it, son. You're making me proud, and don't stop."
Wow.
So for him to be the architect of this song, and of course us with our experience as Morgan Heritage come in and fill it out properly and do what we need to do. You know, the thing is that this song that you have is not even mixed. It's raw. That's why we're pre-releasing it. It's not coming out till next week Friday. And the whole vibe is that we might not even get it mixed because it's just so organic. We feel like we in our backyard, I play the Naya Bingy drum them and just have a guitar and I sing. That's the way it sounds. That's the way it feels. That's the spirit within it. And we're just happy to share it with you guys at this time as we begin the final journey tomorrow. National Indoor Sports Center.
Yeah.
Big up the Prime Minister and Minister Olivia Babsy Grange for asking us to do this, because this wasn't our plan, but they knew that our father was special.
Yes.
We've been with Miss Grange for 30 years, non-political, purely based on music and love and family. She's been in our lives since 1992 when Daddy first brought us here as a group to develop our career with Sly Dunbar, Robbie Shakespeare, rest in peace, Andel Tucker, Steven Stewart, just a few of the producers we worked with 30 years ago. And for her to want to do this for our father, it's bigger than music.
Yeah.
You know, Daddy always spoke about the inner circle and the outer circle, and the inner circle was the blood and the outer circle was the family we inherited, and we buck up on the journey.
Inner circle and outer circle.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
If you're watching YouTube Sabbath service, he was a strong believer that the family will continue to grow. you know, beyond blood. And sometimes those people that are not even blood have more impact upon the journey and the
So
mission that we
true.
are on, spreading this message,
True.
you know? So, um, for what's going to happen tomorrow, we're just humbled to see the outpouring of love for our father. And as I said, like, our dad did not have an illustrious music career. He had a major global hit record that still Morgan Heritage don't have. We don't have a mainstream hit record, I'll know. As many millions fans as we have never received a Billboard chart-topping record in our career. And for him to be celebrated in this way without that, I think it speaks volumes about his character as a father
Absolutely.
of a nation, as the Abraham of his time, as a husband,
Also,
as a
I
man,
also feel it
you
has
know?
a lot. It has a lot to do with the representation that you guys has put forward in representing him as Morgan Heritage.
Truly, truly.
True. Mojo, we're going to seal off now. But can I tell you something that came to me
Yes.
as soon as I heard that the legend had passed? Let me tell you what happened to me. Can you imagine the excitement when him go meet up on the Almighty? The most I must also say, all right then, right. Come down, little then, right. All right, we know you're good. I can just imagine him.
Oh gosh, I've never even thought about that. But you know, you're so right. Cause that man we talk with God all the while, you know.
All the time.
So you know, when now that you're putting that picture in my head, it's like that must have been a moment.
Yeah, man. I already ma tell you, say, man, I said no, hearing me that free man. Oh, no, all right, man. Me no good. Oh, my God, me I go. You know much question me a free. Hey.
Yeah, man. I saw him say, I'm going to, my work not done. A new chapter of my work has started, him say.
Oh, my
You know?
goodness.
So him put me in the right frame of mind to recover fast.
Yes.
But it's never easy losing a parent.
So true.
It's never, you know, this is our second time around for Gramps, myself, and Una, because we lost our mom when we were much, much younger in the late 80s. So now we have, you know, Emo, where you know Sister Elise, where she raised with from where I look at picnic, that's a Peter and Luke's mother. And, you know, we grew up in one house together in Springfield, Massachusetts. So we all right,
Yeah,
you know?
I love
so
that.
don't fret, all the ones that love Morgan Heritage and the Morgan family and Denroy Morgan. We're okay.
I love
Just come out
that.
tomorrow if you're in Jamaica. There's no charge. Just come and pay your respects. 11 to 1 is the viewing. And from 1, we will begin a celebration of life. And then on Saturday, we will leave Perry's funeral home at 9 a.m. Pass through Spanish Town where he make a couple baby before he migrate to America. And did a play run as a young barber and butcher. And then we're going to stop at 12 Tripa Hope Road, and then by 1 o'clock we reach St. Thomas with a local layover in Amaran Bay. We'll be at the Heritage Estates in Portmore and St. Thomas. If you want to come eat some food and drink and listen to some music and just have a good time with us celebrating the life of our father.
So
The
you guys are
Honorable
going to be coming
Bishop
down. You're going to be coming to
Denroy.
Jamaica.
Everyone is here.
Oh,
I am here.
Oh, you're here. Oh.
Yes.
I think I foreign you
But
there.
I'm dealing with my father's work up here, so I have to finish up that, and then I can be with you all tomorrow. I hope to see you then.
Yes, you will. Most high willing, you definitely will. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be looking for all kinds of signs because I know your dad, and I know me expect to see Dover fly. Me I look for something. Remember me tell you.
I mean, the fact that we got 120 people coming down, all brothers and sisters that are able are here. This man is still working, even in death, because
Yes.
this is history. This has never happened before in our family.
Yes.
The way we're united now as siblings has never happened before,
Wow.
you know? And there's a lot of
It's like a
successful
family
people in our
reunion.
family, but we've never unified behind one cause like this ever in the history of our family.
Wow.
So he's doing his work.
Yes, yes. Mojo, we're going to seal this off now. I am just so elated that you could actually take some time, because I know that you're terribly busy. I'm happy that you could take, I can just imagine. I'm happy you could take some time, tell us all of this. It makes such a difference, not just to those listening, but just to families in Jamaica listening to you and looking at things from a different perspective. Help our ancestors to ascend and stop holding them back.
Yes. For our own selfish reasons.
Absolutely.
Even while they're going through pain, you know. So it's a lesson that we are happy to share this journey that we're on as a family with the world, so it can give people strength. And we hope that this song, I Will Never Forget, will last for 1,000 years when people are going through times of mourning.
Absolutely. And this is how we're going to seal off that interview. We're going to seal it off with the song I Will Never Forget. Thank you for the history. Thank you very much for telling us how it evolved, and that makes a difference to how we sing it. Love you. Bless you. Send my love to the family.
Take care, Mojo.
All right.
You know, Beauregard, I'm just not surprised that there is such a tremendous story about the journey of this man. Have you ever met Denroy Morgan?
No, I haven't.
Look here. He lights up the room. Once he is in the room, he lights up the room with his spirituality. An awesome individual.
I believe you.
Oh my goodness.
I believe you. I've met Peter, I've met Gramps, I've met Mojo. I'm not sure if Mojo would remember me, but this was during like dub plate cutting sessions back in Brooklyn back in the days in Don One Studio, where I met the whole group, you know. So
the father.
I keep in touch with Gramps a lot. Yeah.
Their dad, the legend, he is awesome. And to hear the story and even having him play a part in his own tribute song, I am not surprised. And like I said, I would not be surprised if not something big, just something spiritual happens on when he's being laid to it. Just something spiritual. It doesn't have to be big. I would not be surprised. Wow. So the song.
Great story.
Great story.
Yeah, man, the song is lovely. I love the song.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
So for those just listening, Denroy Morgan Sr., patriarch of the Morgan family and father of the reggae group Morgan Heritage, singer-songwriter of the 1981 hit single I'll Do Anything For You, is going to be laid to rest this weekend, Friday, April 8 and Saturday, April 9. We send our love to the entire family, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, Beauregard, what a wonderful moment to share with the eye. Beautiful.
Yes,
moment.
always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to doing this again on Tuesday.
That's right. We do this again on Tuesday.
But before that, you enjoy your weekend. And I'll continue to enjoy the rest of the week also. Yesterday was my wife's birthday.
Yes, the April ball.
Yeah. Aries season also. Yeah, man.
Happy belated. Send her my love, please.
I will. And today is actually my mother-in-law's birthday, her mother.
Really?
So one day, one yesterday, one today. So.
Oh my goodness, you're surrounded by some good people, bro.
Yes.
Well, mine is going to be next week, Friday. Can I tell you before we go, though?
Looking forward.
Can I tell you before we go that, you know, you see the song that you were telling me about, was it Tuesday on the Soldier album, right? Hear what happened to me, you know. This ever happened to you, Beauregard? You're listening to an album, you get stuck on the one that you love so much, and you don't get enough of it yet. So you put it on repeat and you keep playing it over and over and over. And then, way down now, you take it off repeat and then you start listening to the other tune them.
All the time.
Don't it?
Yeah, enough time buck up on a song, I have to put it on repeat. And I don't know if it's me just trying to learn the song real quick, or I just love the song. Well, loving the song is a part of it, but you know, when you put it on repeat, it's like you want to learn the song.
Exactly,
so
exactly.
Maybe that's what it is.
So that's what happened. But then, as soon as you spoke on Tuesday about the press rewind, as me jump into the car, so you know, it's one of my favorites now. Press rewind.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
And when we hear the king of this part here, man, yeah, man. That part your burger, that talk about. Sure.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, heart of love scene.
But I think I saw a video of the bridge posted with you dancing in the studio to something after the album as well.
Yes. That's right. Oh, so Beauregard, we'll do it again on Tuesday, all right?
Definitely. Looking forward to it.
All right, bless up.
Hi, this is Mojo Morgan. You're tuned to Sister Elise Kelly on Bridge 99 FM.
Thank you very much, Bojo. Amazing interview with Mojo. And of course, we'll see each other, most high willing, when your dad is being laid to rest. Want to say a very special thank you once again to Mojo for the connection. Want to say a very special thank you to Shawn Ashman. Oh, we had a wonderful interview here in studio. Want to say enough love again to Beauregard and the Ira Jam radio listeners. A big thank you to all listeners here on the Bridge 99 FM. We do it for you. Want to say a big thank you also to the Untengle team. Always a pleasure. And remember now, the Queen herself, Nikki Z, is up in a few. All right? So most high willing, we do it again on Tuesday. Heart of love.